When you are asked for your opinion, should you give it? I'm Andrew, I'm the Flannel Philosopher, and I think a lot about conversations. And one that I've thought about a lot is when you are asked your opinion, which you inevitably will be, should you give it? Well, I think the answer is it kind of depends. I remember a situation a number of years back where someone asked me for my opinion, and I gave them what I thought was a pretty thoughtful opinion. Well, someone associated with that person came back and they were so angry with me. They said, like, why did you share that? Why didn't you communicate that? And I was like, well, I was asked for my opinion, so I gave that. And they said, well, next time you are, don't. Okay, I think it's interesting. We are often asked for our opinion. And one thing I learned often when people ask for your opinion, do you know what? They really don't want it. Now you think, well, why would someone ask for your opinion if they don't really want to hear your opinion? What they're often looking for is not your opinion. They are looking for your validation or your affirmation. They want you to say, man, all your ideas are the best ideas. I would do exactly that same thing. Like I can't believe the brilliance that comes out of your mouth. That's what they're really looking for. Now, how do you tell whether someone's genuinely looking for an opinion or whether they are, how should we say, they're fishing for affirmation? I don't want to get into the affirmation game, like, at all. I've got a lot of good friends that I just know them, right? I know if they ask me, they are truly looking for an opinion or they don't ask. But there's most of the population, you'd say, well, I don't know how to tell whether they're looking for a genuine opinion, a well thought out, well reasoned opinion, the best opinion, or whether they're merely just fishing. Well, and I think I came up with it, maybe I've compiled it for some people, but I came up with what I call the test balloon. I will put a test out there and I will see how they respond to that. And usually it kind of goes something like this. They will say like, well, what do you think about XYZ? And I'll be like, I don't know, what do you think? Now, tells them I'm engaged. It also throws kind of the discussion back to them. Like they, at that point in time, have the opportunity to speak again. Now, you know what someone who is looking for affirmation to do will do at that moment? Oh, they will run on and explain to you the million reasons why their plan is the best reason. And what it also tells me is they really had no interest in actually me thinking through an opinion or them hearing an opinion. They've already made their mind up. And so if they've already made their mind up, I'm only going to frustrate them and I'm going to frustrate me. Like, why would I spend the time to think about something, like try to help them if they've already made their mind up? Now I'm not judging that. We all do that, right? We all do that. We all come to someone, we think we're saying this, we want to hear an opinion or a perspective, and what we're really wanting is we just want validation. We all do that. I'm not excluding anybody, but I find it frustrating when I'm on the giving end of that. You put all this effort and time and thought into that, and then really they don't want to hear any of that. So I'll throw out the test balloon and say, I don't know, what do you think about that? And if they just take off and run, oh man, I saved myself time, I saved them aggravation, and they can just run, and I'm still not going to affirm them, but I'll be like, hey, sounds like you got it all thought out, or sounds like, you have a plan in your mind. They leave happy. I didn't really affirm them. I'm not going to tell them it's right or wrong. I just saved myself the mental energy of thinking through the situation, and I also didn't frustrate them because they really weren't coming looking for a perspective. However, if I throw out that test balloon and I say, hey, I don't know, what do you think? Man, if someone really wants an opinion or perspective, they'll double down. They'll say, no. I asked you. Like, I'm curious on your perspective. I need to hear someone who disagrees with me. I need to hear a different perspective. And then at that point in time, I'm like, okay, wow, they are serious about getting a second opinion or getting a perspective that's different. Now, at that point in time, I'll put the energy, the thought into trying to understand, ask some questions, and try to give something helpful to them. And I found that if I use the test balloon and they really push through that, then it becomes a great conversation. It doesn't mean I have all the wisdom, it doesn't mean you have all the wisdom, but we can have a dialogue that's truly helpful with someone who truly wants to learn and to listen, rather than gets upset like that other individual did, back years ago for me, because I shared my opinion when what they really wanted was validation. Now, like I said, I'm not in the business of just validating ideas. Like, if I haven't thought through it, I think it's a little dangerous for people to validate ideas, but I certainly don't want to go around frustrating people either. So how do I save myself the frustration? How do I save them the frustration? Well, for me, it's the test balloon. That's a technique that I've used repeatedly to figure out, is someone truly coming, looking for answers, looking for perspective, or are they just like looking to be validated? I'd be curious to know, how do you test out? Have you ever given an opinion to someone and they got upset? How do you figure out if they're genuinely looking for perspective, looking for insight, looking for counsel, or whether they're just there to be validated? I think it's important for us to know, because it saves relationships and it saves a lot of frustration for us and for them.